Hello and welcome. You're watching BNN and this is our business program. My name is Xolani Gwala. Thanks indeed for joining as well. There's been a hive of activity in the mining sector in the recent past, and all experts point to one thing. They say this is simply because of some of the programs implemented by mining companies. And let's talk a little bit about those programs. Here with me this evening, Neil Pretorius, Chief Executive Officer of DRD Gold, is going to explain some of the projects that they have. A very good evening to you, Neil. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening. Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the programs then from your company. One of the program is called Vuselela. Give us the details of this particular program.
Well, Vuselela was really developed from two other programs that we had launched earlier. Our approach or our point of departure is that there's a vast resource, untapped resource amongst our employees with the knowledge that they've accumulated over the years around the workplace. So we initially launched the Think campaign, which is an invitation to employees or almost an encouragement to employees to not leave their minds or their brains at the gate when they enter the workplace. They're not there just for their muscle power, they're also there for their mind power. And to extend this, we introduced the Brain Box Initiative, which is an opportunity for employees to submit thoughts and ideas on how they could optimize the workplace, how they can improve efficiencies, and drop this in a very bright, colorful brain box. And the person with the best idea every 3 months, he wins a prize of 5,000 Rand in cash. Vuselela is an extension of this concept, this notion of developing human resource. And it's a campaign that allows for employees to participate in deciding and defining, implementing the value system that they are comfortable with. So they need to come to work and they need to find an environment where they feel right at home, because the values that prevail at the workplace are the same values that they would have at their houses, at their homes. Maybe want to look at their own priorities and their outlook on life to renew themselves. It's a renewal process too, where you could align your own values with maybe this new set of improved values that we're implementing at the workplace, with reference to what your employees have done and the sort of thing that's expected from you at the workplace itself.
You've also launched something called Best Life. Firstly, take us through the key elements of Best Life. And is there a link between Best Life and Vuselela?
Yes, there definitely is. Vuselela creates the working environment with the value system that allows people to feel comfortable at the workplace and to renew themselves and align themselves with those values. And this is around financial discipline and financial savvy. It's around personal wellness and also around career development. Around the financial discipline side, for example, we believe that the greatest dignity lies in being able to provide for your loved ones. But ultimately, I think the focus, the main goal is to make sure that that dependency is something that employees get to deal with. I believe that the biggest dignity lies in being able to provide for one's loved ones. And that is something that you do in the near term because of financial discipline and applying your resources in an appropriate and a disciplined way. The second thing in the longer term is the greatest liberty lies in being able to look after oneself, not being dependent. The dependency issue in the long term and long-term security is a vital component and part of the Best Life.
Ostensibly, it's about empowering individuals to take charge of their personal circumstances.
Absolutely, and to provide them with the skills and insight into what good financial discipline looks like, what good wellness looks like, what the things are that you need to move toward and the things that you need to avoid. And also an opportunity to self-reflect and to look at one's circumstances, one's career, and decide whether there's an opportunity or whether one should pursue something bigger and better.
What are the benefits, though, to the company? Because surely this isn't just about making the company look good. It's not just charity. What are the benefits?
I think that employees who are financially secure and not anxious about their long-term security ultimately would also be more productive. They have more to give to the company of their energy, their available energy. I think it's also good for South Africa if you can create almost, let's call it, mini areas of stability. That has the potential, I'm sure, to roll out into larger areas. And also I think a company that is in it just for itself and for its shareholders is not sustainable. You have to create programs also for the benefit of employees. A happy workforce and employees that are content and looked after in the longer term will also look after the company. And that's the way to build a sustainable company, I believe.
Now, you've had these programs, including Vuselela and, of course, the recently implemented Best Life. Are you able to tell us about the results? Are you able to see the results just yet?
I think so, yes. I think the buy-in into the Think campaign was visible. The brain box has really taken off. And it does seem as though a large percentage of our employees, of my colleagues, embrace the concept of Vuselela and want to have a value-based working environment within which to function. Once again, as I say, it's a self-empowerment program, and everybody wants to live the best life that he possibly can. And this program is designed to assist our colleagues to do just that with what they have at their disposal.
I'm running a little bit out of time here, Neil, but I would like to get the closing comments from you. I would like to get a message for our viewers.
Well, I firmly believe that entitlement gets you nowhere, or a sense of entitlement gets you nowhere. That is your approach to life. It's much better to achieve than it is to receive. And the Best Life, the tools that we've created for Best Life will certainly equip you to do that. So my suggestion to my colleagues, to our employees my message to our employees is to go for it and to live the best life.
No, Pretorius, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Much appreciated. DRD, Chief Executive Officer. Well, you've been watching our business report here on BNN. And coming up straight afterwards, it's our SOPI. We call it Best Life. A very good evening to you. Cheers. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Nope, not going to do it. If birds were meant to fly, we would have had wings.
What are these then?
You know what I mean. Mine are more for decoration.
Yes. Why, it is very, ornamental. Now, there's a bird with decorative feathers, and he's flying.
How does he do that? I didn't know those things could fly. At least not way up there.
With a combination of training and determination, anyone can fly.
How's it, fellas? What are you up to?
I'm learning to fly.
With education, you can take flight in your life. Best Life, helping you get the best out of life.
It's Alex. What are you up to, my friend?
Counting. What's the use? It'll never be enough.
What's wrong?
Everything. This oak is in serious trouble.
Why?
Pratsepo, this garnishing order thing is killing me. They take money from every paycheck. I mean, every paycheck. Then I have to borrow from Bra Georgie just to get by.
The machonisa.
He's a micro lender. And I don't have a choice. I just can't seem to make ends meet, eh?
How much do you owe?
I don't know. The more I pay, the more I borrow. If it's not him, it's family and friends. If I can just win the lotto, my life will get so much better. It doesn't even have to be the jackpot. Just enough so these people can stop phoning me. But what's the use? I've spent over 2,000 rand and I've only won 27.
Maybe I can help.
Ratsepo, if you can lend me $100, I can give it back to you on payday.
I mean lunch. I have extra. Besides, you just told me you never have enough money. That would be pretty stupid of me. Is that the reason why you go the other way every time you see Jack? You owe him money.
Ish, let's not talk about this anymore. You're just reminding me of how stressed I am. How can you afford such a spread?
Budget, my friend. Budget.
Is that the car rental place?
You know what budget is.
Yeah, bro. But it's just so difficult to stick to one of those things, eh?
You know, just the planning, my friend. Write down all your expenses, what you can't go without, what you owe. Then stick to it.
But then I'll have nothing left for myself. I've got to live. Besides, there's this thing called the weekend, baby. The weekend.
Yeah, but if you're in trouble like you say you are, you can't afford to be jolling on weekends. You have to buy necessities, my friend. Things you can't go without. Like food. Food. You have to watch what you're spending your money on. You can't just waste it on boozy, partying.
Now then, what's the use of having money if you can't spend it?
Well, you can start paying off all your debt with the extra cash.
But then I'm right back to where I was. Dead broke, bro.
Yeah, at first. But once you start paying off your debt, there will be some money left.
Then I can get myself something nice, like a flat screen TV.
No, then you'll just be back in debt again. Look, you have to save some money, little by little. It'll grow until you have enough to buy things you want. Plus, we're not getting any younger, my friend. You should start thinking of buying a house.
But I already have a house.
You rent a house. You don't own it.
So, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. But if you have your own house, you'll have a place to live when you retire. Or worse, if you get retrenched. Why do you think Smith is so stressed about retiring? Huh? He's been living in a rented house. And when he retires, he won't have enough to pay rent, car, medical aid, food, and all that. Plus, he still has a kid in university.
Ish, that's why I say, have kids early. So that when you retire, they finish with school already.
That's why you should make an education policy for your kids' varsity.
I don't understand. Smith was a manager. He got paid. What did he do with his money? Spend it all on good times.
I don't think so. You know, he kept putting off and putting off until it was too late. You know, life happens. The next thing, you are 64. Knocking on retirement's door.
Hey, bro. I think I'm in too deep, eh? I don't think I'll ever be able to save some money. Not even with a budget.
Why don't you go speak to Katlago?
No, wait, bro. That oak's a gangster.
You still think so?
How does someone that used to work with us suddenly becomes department head?
But it might be your only option.
What? You want me to go borrow some money from him? A gangster will break my legs if I don't pay.
You crazy, Alex. Katlago was not a gangster. And that's not what I mean. He could give you advice.
Tsepo, I'm telling you, all those weekends he was missing, he was busy building a crime empire in Joburg.
And why do you think so?
Explain to me how he got a house, a car, some are promoted. No, my friend, there's a snake in the grass.
I think the only snake is your imagination.
Besides, you know Katlego don't like me. Remember that supervisor position he gave to Mpumi? That should have gone to me. I've been here longer than her. It's not fair. You see, this woman's rights.
Or it might be because she has a diploma and you don't. You know those things count.
No, it, bro. He just doesn't like me. Besides, I think he and Mpumi has got a little something going on the side, if you know what I mean.
Don't be ridiculous, man. Why didn't you ask him why Mpumi got the job then?
You crazy?
No. I will make an appointment for you to see him this afternoon.
Please don't. If he knows everything I know, I might wake up dead tomorrow.
Trust me, Alex.
I'm not going to.
Okay? If you don't go, I will tell him you think he's a gangster.
Hi. You wouldn't.
I think I have to. What would happen to your family if you might be, like, retrenched? Still stuck in this pit of death? They might end up on the street, my friend. On the street.
Sir, what do you think?
It's interesting.
It's all I could afford.
So, this is your nest?
Yes, why not?
Because it is the worst nest I have ever seen.
I can't afford a nice nest.
You don't have to build it all at once. Buy a few twigs every time you have some money. And in time, you'll have enough for a nice house. It's called financial planning.
Ha! That sounds like some crazy mambo-jumbo to me.
It worked for Peacock.
I can see a thing.
Hey, Peacock! I said Peacock!
yebo.
Oh, show off.
Well, it works. Financial planning is not just for the birds. Best Life, helping you get the best out of life.
That's a shame. It sure is. And it happened so suddenly, right there in the workshop.
Do they know what it was?
Heart attack.
Was Vusi sick?
No, man. I don't think so. I mean, he looked okay to me. But you know how it is. We're so busy, there's never time to go for a simple checkup. Plus, we don't exercise or eat healthy.
Probably didn't even realize he had to look after his health.
I think it's something else that killed him.
What then? You mean
Every paycheck he got.
he spent it all on booze?
I heard that come Monday, after payday, he was broke.
Now that is just a waste of money.
A waste of money and of life. Look at what happened to him.
Men will never learn.
No. Now the poor man is dead and his family is left empty-handed.
Oh, shame.
Shame.
Did you have a late night?
Oh, no, I just feel tired lately.
And how long is lately?
A few months.
That's not exactly what I would call lately.
I'm probably just a little overworked.
Well, are you sure? Is there anything else?
My eyes go a little blurry now and then. And for some reason, I'm always thirsty.
That doesn't sound good.
It usually doesn't last long.
Well, maybe you should go see a doctor.
I can live with it.
No, you can't. What if it's something serious?
It's nothing. I'll tough it out.
Look at what happened to Vusi. It's important to take care of your health.
I try. It's probably nothing. And I'm a little scared.
Well, all the more reason to go then.
I'm not sure. Look at what happened to poor Katlego.
What? Is something wrong with him?
No, man. He's an example. He has always looked after his health. Doesn't smoke, exercises every day, watches what he eats. And now I hear it's not going so good with him.
How so?
I heard he went to the doctor a while ago, and since then he has been back like 4 or 5 times.
But that doesn't say anything.
It sure does. You only see the doctor so many times if something is seriously wrong with you.
Not Katlego. He is the most balanced person I know. He looks after himself, he works hard at his career, and if you see the way he works with money, you realize he's building himself a nice little nest egg for his old age.
Exactly. He did all that, and now he won't even be able to enjoy it.
I think you're just making all the stuff up because you don't want to go to the doctor.
Not true. I'm just a little overworked.
Well, at least if you go to the doctor, you'll know for sure. Anyway, it's important to have regular checkups. And it might be something you wouldn't even think of, like high blood pressure, cholesterol, or even diabetes.
And what if he found something wrong?
Then you deal with it. It's better to know and do something about it now before it really is too late.
Maybe.
Not maybe. Of course it is. Think about your family and your friends.
What are you ladies talking about?
Oh, shame, man, Katlego.
What's wrong?
We just heard you're sick.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Then why all the doctor visits?
Yo, people in this place scanner more than the entire cast of sitting.
We're not skinnering, we're just worried about you.
No need to be. But I appreciate your concern. It's nothing now.
So it was something.
A few weeks ago, I went for a checkup because I was feeling thirsty all the time. And we discovered that I've got diabetes.
Shame, man.
It's not a death sentence. We caught it in time. So now I'm on insulin. I will live to be a ripe old man.
See, I told you should go to the doctor. Samantha's scared of going to the doctor, but she's also tired all the time. She's always thirsty, and her eyes go blurry.
You should go this afternoon. It sounds exactly like how I felt. And if you leave diabetes too late, it can be very dangerous.
Okay. I'll go to the doctor. But that doesn't mean I'm not scared anymore.
No need to be. At the worst, you'll go on insulin. And at the best, it will put your mind at ease. So there's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay, I'll go this afternoon.
Please come and tell me the results. I can help you through it.
Thank you.
Now for the real reason why I'm here. Would you ladies mind putting these up for me?
No, not at all. What are they?
HIV awareness posters.
That's a dark topic.
You're right, but people need to be aware of their status.
Maybe they're just scared.
No need to be. They just need to realize that it is a treatable disease. And if you know about your status, you'll help prevent it.
That's not the way guys think, though. I mean, they just eyeball a girl and think, nah, she's fine. Or worse, they just do what they want. And that's why HIV spreads so easily.
We need to change people's perception. If you want to live a happy life, you need peace of mind of knowing your health.
Let's hope these posters are the first step.
You're doing some good work, you know.
Thank you. Please come to my office when you're done. I will be having a meeting with Alex.
Alex the gossip.
Why do you call him that?
He's not gonna like seeing you.
Why?
He has all these crazy ideas, and his newest one concerns you.
You joking?
No, he thinks you're involved in.
How does a guy like that pull all the ladies? Wow! They're just lining up to lay his eggs.
Well, look at him.
Yeah. He's got pretty feathers. But the feather does not make the bird.
It's not just that. He's got a house, a good job, and he's in great shape. Really taking care of his health.
Help! Ha! It's for the birds.
You should start looking after yourself. Maybe lose some weight.
Why?
Remember what happened to Cousin Cecil?
Aish, that was a terrible way to go.
And that's what's going to happen to you if you don't start taking care of yourself.
Just a little bit boned.